This week has been full of these miraculous healings of Jesus' compassion to the people that encountered him and that he encountered as well. You know, today, this gospel passage reminds me often of how Pope Francis often tells confessors and priests in terms of confession to always forgive, because God always forgives. And he even uses an image of if we can't get through the door of the heart of the person, try the windows. But then even more profound, I find it one of my best friends, Father Caesar, who's in St. Joseph, tells me, well, if the windows don't work, then in light of today's gospel, tear the roof open. Meaning that God will always find a way. God will never give up on anyone. That's the good news that Jesus is teaching us today. Often humanity and in our lives as well, we can get so bogged down about the worst things we have done, and Jesus teaches us today we aren't the worst things we have done. That is in essence what Jesus is teaching us in terms of his forgiveness and mercy. Often we can find that we can be looked down upon in shame or in disgrace throughout our lives and allow that to define us. But the healing that Jesus gives us takes place when we realize that God, when he sees us, God does not see sin. God sees son. God sees daughter. We just heard it in the gospel. Child, your sins are forgiven. That is when true healing begins to happen. And that is when God gives us the grace to have the capacity to look in the soul of those around us without judging, but giving them hope. That is the life-changing encounter that we discover in the gospel. And so, my brothers and sisters, let us ask for that grace today to experience that true healing, the way God truly looks at us, always with hope, so that we can look towards others as well, always with hope.